take a look at what your hormone levels are, make a choice as to what the correct hormone is, look at the ratios of those hormones, and try to fit it together so it'll work together, rather than just throwing a hormone into the mix. So you don't want to simply take estrogen. If it's appropriate, if it's the one that's needed, then you take it. If not, then you need something else. Or maybe you need nothing at all. Maybe you need to get your health together and create a hormone balance that way. So another thing is that if you start on a hormone, you probably are always not going to be on the same dose. As you use a hormone, the levels change, the body is stimulated in different ways, and what can happen is that you'll have less of a need or more of a need of that hormone or other hormones. So you have to be looking at where you start and where you end up. You have to follow along with what happens. And the eventual goal should likely be to get away from the hormones if possible. Now, there is a steady decrease with age that usually occurs, not always, but there is that found. So a lot of doctors will try to bring people back to a physiological dose that's at, say, a younger time of life or a point where people really felt good. The problem is if you just throw estrogen at something, yes, symptoms go away. But the symptoms come from fluctuations in hormones. And if the hormones aren't working together, you're going to create just a myriad of other problems. So if we just give you estrogen and it raises your level of estrogen to a higher level and it doesn't fluctuate at all, then you might see that you don't have hot flashes, or you might be able to solve some other symptom problems. But you created many, many problems that you didn't want to have. Because estrogen is a very, very strong hormone. It can cause a lot of damage. It can do a lot of things that you don't want to occur. So when we talk about using bioidentical hormones, it's using something that the body knows, that the body can use readily, that won't cause side effects, but it's also putting some thought into which hormones you're going to use when and how much. So that's why we do testing. If we can test the levels of the different hormones, at least some of the major ones, get an idea of what's really the right ratio, what's working together, what looks good, where should we step in, and then give the appropriate hormone. And that's the benefit of compounding. You don't necessarily just need to standardize the same thing for everybody. It doesn't work. Everybody's different.